Okay, well, what's up everyone? This video is just a tad bit late, but this is another tier list. If you haven't seen that MCU one, I felt like I needed to make that, and this one I feel I need to make as this is in honor of Bleach's grand return, the best anime around, peak fiction. You heard me. Screw the other two in the big three. I'm joking. One Piece is actually pretty good. Naruto's a little overrated, but still pretty good. Boruto sucks, but we don't count that in the big three. But yeah, I just wanted to say that. So what I'm doing is literally ranking all of the arcs. You can see them here. Some of them have titles. This one I can't really tell. I think that's a part of the Lost Agent arc. Along with this one, I'm pretty sure it's also part of the Lost Agent arc, or the Fullbringer arc, whatever you want to call it. Anyways, let's get right into it with the original first arc, or the setup arc is what I call it. It's officially, or I don't know, people call it the Substitute Shinigami arc. To me, it is literally just a character building and like a world setup, which I like, and it wasn't bad. Like, it was actually pretty good. I wouldn't say it's top, but I would say it's definitely good. Like, we see a lot of good moments, especially the Grand Fisher fight between Ichigo and Grand Fisher, and learning that Grand Fisher is the one who, spoilers, killed Ichigo's mom. Sadly, Grand Fisher got away, which really sucks. But oh well, at least someone gets revenge. I'll talk about that later when I come across that arc. Alrighty, on to the next one, which would be Soul Society, aka... Ooh, nope, don't want to drop it there. I want to drop it there. Definitely a god tier arc. Very great. Amazing fights. Ichigo versus Byakuya, Ichigo versus Kenpachi, Ikaku. There were some great fights, bro. We got introduced to Shunsui, one of my favorite characters, actually. Hitsugaya, and then, of course, Aizen, Gin, and Tosen. Whew. Some very great characters. Also, Renji got folded like Vegeta usually does. Byakuya was actually pretty dope, pretty cold, but we got to see some actual good character see through at the end once the plot twist was revealed. If you didn't know, Aizen was quote unquote killed, right? So he died, and no one knew who did it, and it was a whole wild goose chase, but it was revealed that Aizen faked his death and was evil the entire time, and probably one of my favorite moments ever to happen in anime. We got the infamous stopping the main character's theme with a finger. Aizen literally put up one finger, blocked Ichigo's Bankai, right? Just blocked the Bankai, shut off that main character music immediately, laid his finger down, and just sliced Ichigo, and was like, oh dang, man. Kind of like, I didn't cut you in half. I'm like, Nah, but very great arc. Definitely part of peak fiction. Alright, now for the Aranka arcs, the shit ton of Aranka arcs. So I think we start with the arrival here. Pretty good, sets up everything that would come. I would hold on, I'm gonna switch it around with Substitute Shinigami. Pretty dang good. I wouldn't exactly say it's top or god / peak, but it sets everything up for the Aranka arc pretty well. Introduces us to Yami and Ukiura. Sets up the reason why Aizen would want Orihime. It was pretty good. Ukiura is terrifying. Also, it gives Ichigo more motivation to control his hollow. with the fact that the hollow is literally like paralyzing him mid-fight. So definitely gotta get that under control. Alright, now for the Waco Mundo infiltration. I'm gonna put that right under here. Pretty good, but still not good enough, you know. I don't know how to explain it, but I don't think it's as good as the Arrival. I think it's still pretty dang good, you know. We finally get to see Waco Mundo in a much more vast, a much better way, I guess I should say. And Waco Mundo is awesome, so that's nice. Now moving on to the Aranka Fierce Battles. This will probably end up going to the top because there were some pretty decent fights. You get the idea. There's not much else, you know, to that. Now the Aranka versus Shinigami, obviously top. I don't need to say much more for that. The Aranka downfall. This is where Ichigo fights Ukiura and goes full hollow. Shit was fire as fuck. Karakuda. Pretty sure this is the decisive battle, so this would probably go in God tier, like right under Soul Society in my opinion. Pretty darn good. This, I think, is like the past stuff with Urahara. I can't really tell from the imaging, but it looks like Urahara, Aizen as a lieutenant, and it sets everything up. I actually really liked this. I would put this, honestly, right there. It gives a lot of backstory. Pretty darn good, if that is what I'm, you know, thinking of. Okay, so get out of the way, Soul Society. The true peak fiction is here with the 1,000-year Blood War arc. I've read the manga, so I know what happens. Well, it's been a while since I read it, but when I did read it, obviously I knew what happens because Bleach was on. It was canceled, I guess, is the way to put it, and the reason it was canceled was because of Mr. Fullbringer here, the worst arc in the entire Bleach series, in my opinion. Completely just not great. I mean, if it was compared to other anime, I would say it's just average. Not much else to it. It's just average. But otherwise, each of the other arcs were, you know, pretty darn good to peak fiction. But no, like the 1,000-year Blood War arc is finally being animated. The first episode has already come out, so if you haven't watched it, I recommend it. Unless you're trying to wait for the dub, I mean, I would still say watch it. But I understand if you want to wait for the dub, or if you want to wait till there's more episodes to start binging it. I don't blame you. First episode's animation though was pretty great. Pretty good fights. Amazing setup. Ooh, peak fiction. Nah, but 1,000-year Blood War is the best arc in Bleach without a doubt. I'm not gonna spoil anything for it, but amazing. Just peak fiction. Soul Society would come in a whopping second place. Amazing. An amazing plot twist. Just amazing fights. Everything about it is just amazing. Then we have the Karakuda decisive battle. This is where, you know, everyone's in the fake Karakuda town. They fight, and then we get the Ichigo versus Aizen final fight. Also pretty peak. Amazing fights. You know, Ichigo loses his powers with the final Getsuga. Amazing. Then we have the Aranka downfall arc in the Aranka saga. Oh, amazing. Magnificent. This is where we get that amazing scene with where, you know, Ichigo pretty much gets a literal hole blasted through his chest and dies for like a quick second. And, you know, it becomes his Vasto Lorde hollow form. which was absolutely terrifying. And in the English dub, bro, that roar that he lets out, he's like, whoa! I'm like, it's amazing. Like, prefer watching that moment in dub all day, every day. I actually prefer the entire show in dub, personally, just by a sliver over the sub. But I think both are amazing ways to experience this show, in my opinion. So, yeah, Ukiura got shit beat out of him. Aranka versus Shinigami, what else is there to say? The captains show up, fight some of the Arankars, pretty good fights. Yes. Then I'm pretty sure that this is like where they show Shinji and everyone as captains, and it's like Aizen's backstory and all this stuff. Pretty good. Liked it a lot. It gave a lot of context and stuff to a lot of things. Really liked it. Aranka Fierce battles, amazing. Or no, I wouldn't say exactly. Like, there were pretty good fights. Truly fierce, especially the Rukia versus this dude. That fight was actually pretty emotional in some ways. Now the Aranka, the arrival. This is when Yami and Ukiura first show up, and then all the way to when they kidnap what's her face, Orihime. Pretty dang good. Grimmjow fucks Ichigo up twice. Aranka, Wakamundo infiltration, pretty good. Leads into the fierce battles part. A little lackluster in some areas, especially in the anime, with the Menos Grande forest stuff. I mean, decent enough, but, you know, it is what it is. Substitute Shinigami, this is what sets up literally everything to come. It's literal world building, pretty good fights, probably one of the best moments ever in the series, actually, with the Grand Fisher fight, in my opinion. Also in the Aranka, the arrival arc, I should mention this now, Ishin, Ichigo's dad, who is actually a Soul Reaper, regains his power and kills Grand Fisher, getting revenge for his wife and Ichigo's mother. Amazing. Sadly, it wasn't Ichigo who got the kill, because, I mean, if you've seen the show, you know, but it was, you know, I think it was well deserved for Ishin too. Oh boy. Okay. And now, finally, last but not least, we're going over the Fullbringer arc real quick. The worst arc in Bleach, but honestly, compared to just if it was like a standalone thing, it's not too bad. It would just be like an average anime arc. But, you know, Ichigo becomes a Fullbringer, gets his Fullbringer's power stolen by this dude over here, yada yada yada. Dude was the original substitute Shinigami, that's why they outlawed substitute Shinigamis, that's why Ichigo's the only other one, because he's actually pretty dope. He gets his Soul Reaper powers back, since he lost them in this arc right here, which is pretty nice. We got that infamous Kai moment. I love that moment. Then we get some of the captains showing up, you know. Then we get Ichigo beating that man's ass. Ichigo gets cooler design. We're on that chat as a Fullbringer. I like that. Just gave some context. There were moments that I did like in the arc, but overall, I think it's just meh. Like, I would skip over it. Like, no offense personally to Kubo, but the worst arc, 100%. Like, I don't know if there was a need for it besides Ichigo getting his powers back and maybe just giving a little bit of context to the substitute Soul Reaper stuff and explaining Chad, but otherwise, just not very good. Yeah, so that is my ranking of the Bleach arcs, as you can see. Overall, I think the show is godly. Deserves every right to be in the big three. Actually, my favorite out of the big three. My favorite manga, actually. Yeah. I just love it. Like, what's there not to love about Bleach? And honestly, if you haven't watched it, you're a failure. Go watch the show. Like, goddamn it, why are you watching this damn tier list? Watch the damn show. Like, seriously, peak fiction. Anyways, that's pretty much it. Alright, well, peace out, everyone.